Alrighty, for the next one, my quote's gonna be, "You cannot shake hands with a clenched fist," and my 2 minutes starts right now. Alrighty, I'm just gonna go ahead and start right now. All right, so my quote is, "You cannot shake hands with a clenched fist." Now, if you try to shake someone's hand with a fist, I guarantee you they're not gonna want to do it a second time. You know, I completely agree. I mean, this one's pretty straightforward. I completely agree with this quote because nothing will get solved if either party is upset. You know, because when someone's upset, and this leads me to my first point, being upset is like being drunk, but on emotions. You know, you're in a completely different state of mind. Everything you perceive is different. You know, instead of looking at something with understanding and time and logic, instead of just think about how it makes you feel, how they make you feel. You know, it's almost quite selfish when you're upset, because then you're always thinking about me. Why are they acting like that towards me? What have I done to deserve this? You know, it's just, you think about a lot of things, you know, but the biggest thing is you think about yourself. You know, you think about just why you don't try to look at the other person's perspective when you're angry. You know, even if that person is extending an olive branch towards you, you know, when they say, you know what, I'm sorry, or you know what, you're in the wrong, but I'm willing to make it up for you, because you're just so caught up in everything, and you're not willing to listen to them. You know, you're not willing to talk to them, and that's a really big issue. You know, but it leads me to my second point, which is that violence isn't almost always the answer. You know, for some reason, a lot of people, sometimes myself included, when we get upset, we think about it. We sometimes think about it with our body. You know, sometimes I'll hit the wall. Sometimes I'll just want to like slam myself against the nearest object. You know, or kind of like how moms grab whatever you have in your hand and just throw it. You know, but it doesn't work. You know, the only time that I can see it working, to play the devil's advocate, would be if the other person is also as upset at you and they're also using violence, and you just have to either hash it out, you know, just have a little scrap, or hold that person until they're calm. You know, and if you decide to use violence, and they're not using it, then at that point you're the aggressor. At that point you've lost all sort of basis for reason and logic. This kind of reminds me of my mother for a second, because my little brother Andrew, he's always arguing with my mom, you know, about something, and one way or another he ends up raising his voice, and that gives my mom the opportunity to go off on him and see, look how angry you're getting. See, you like she'll completely debase his entire argument because he got mad, you know, because he decided to clench his fist, even though they're talking it out. So it's like the moment that you get upset and the moment you start raising your voice, you've lost the argument. Even though you shouldn't always look at it as drama, because it's not always that, you know, you both are trying to work towards a common goal, and that's not what an argument is, you know. So it's like the moment you raise your voice and the moment you get upset, any kind of mutual ground and understanding is just gone, you know. And while we're on the topic of anger, something that I always think about, and this is for my little brother. One day he was really upset, right? He was really upset because my dad got on him about his anger issues, and then something about baseball and something like that, you know. And a thought occurred to me: if when you're upset, you know that eventually you're gonna either calm yourself down, or you're gonna have a thought that basically says, you know what, I don't need to be angry anymore, right? We're always gonna come to that conclusion because we're not angry right now, you know. We're not upset. Maybe well, not most of us, you know. But yeah. So I told my brother, Andrew, you know you're gonna get over this eventually. You know that you're gonna get out of this pissy attitude and you're gonna, you know, move on. Why can't you do that right now? Why are you waiting for that thought when you already know that you don't need to be upset, because you know you won't be upset later on? It's a bit of a hard concept to understand, but it's like, if you know you're not going to be upset, then why are you still upset, you know? But yeah, that's a whole tangent on its own, but it's looking like my time is up. So, you know, to end it off, at the end of the day, you can't end an argument. You can't, let me read the quote for you. You cannot shake hands with a closed fist. Because if you really think about it, it wouldn't be a handshake, it'd be more of a fist bump. Yeah, so thank you.